Learn to be okay with people not knowing your side of the story. You've nothing to prove to anyone. Wow. That's lovely to read, but very hard to live. We kind of like, we like to, oh yeah, I've nothing to prove to anyone. But it's when you're in a situation and you can see that someone has decided something about you and it's not true. Like they decide that, oh, that person's a bit cruel. Oh, that person's a bit unkind. That person's a bit mean. And you're like, no, I'm not. I'm very generous. And that you want to kind of go up to them and go, here, look, take my wallet. Look, see how generous I am. Or, no, I'm very kind. Do you know that I volunteer, that I give copiously to charity? Did you know that? We want to get the story straight. We don't want to be misunderstood. It's very intense. So it's quite the spiritual practice to not tell people your side of the story. I mean, not always, of course, if it's very important, if it's it's not like, you're being charged with murder that you didn't commit and you're going, no, I'm not gonna testify because it's a spiritual thing with me. I just want to see if I can not tell my side of the story. Tell your side of the story in that case. I'm not talking about that. I'm not about the ordinary stuff. The stuff we get into, the people we meet, and they maybe you think there's a hint that they might have the wrong impression of you, and to not try and give them the right impression, not try and change that, not to let the PR department inside come up and go, hang on a minute now, let me just give you some very good examples of how wonderful I am, because I think you might have not fully got the full extent of my wonderfulness, and I just need to correct you on that. So I've got a small PowerPoint presentation here prepared. I'm joking, but that's the way it is on the inside. That's what we're like. And that's how anxious we get when we get the feeling that somebody maybe has the wrong impression of us, or that we need to tell them our side of the story. And that's the time to let it go if you can. It's not easy. God, I know it's not easy. But to just let it go and to go, I know who I am. I know I'm not unkind. I know I'm not cruel. I know I'm not whatever that person thinks I am. And it's actually, once you get past the uncomfortable bit, it is something to luxuriate in. That this feeling of other people and everything depends on other people and how they view me, and if they don't view me the right way, it's awful. When you can let go of that and you can just kind of go, well, between me and me, I know who I am. And I know that that person's got the wrong end of the stick about me. And while I would like them to have the right end of the stick, I know it doesn't change who I am, and it doesn't change my knowledge of who I am. And I may never meet this person again. And it's okay that they think whatever they think about me, because I know it's not true. I know who I am. There is it's such a relief because there's nothing to prove. Then you kind of are living that thing. There's nothing to prove. I don't have to prove who I am to anybody because I know who I am. And that's what counts, is that I know who I am, and that I know, how kind I am, how lovely I am. And it doesn't matter if nobody else in the world knows that. I might sit with that for a minute if it's a new concept. It doesn't matter if nobody else in the world knows how good you are. Once you know, that's enough. That's a beautiful place to be. And as I say, there's a sense of that you can really relax into and luxuriate in that beautiful self-knowledge and that beautiful peace, I think is the word, that comes with just that, just knowing that it's just, and that's enough, And, I would kind of add that, and indirectly then the mystery knows as well, or that goes into that field, and all is well, all truly is well when you can settle into, I know who I am. I know the good, that I am at the center. I know I've got my own consciousness, but my fundamental lovely heart is pure and full of love for everybody. And I don't need to convince anybody else of that because I know it's true. And that's a beautiful place to be. And I wish that for everybody.